I'm Phil Paolina. I'm the owner of the New York City Boxing Club, and I train a bunch of different people.
There's so much that goes on here in Phil's gym that is inspiring, invigorating, unbelievable.
That way, come on, let's go, come on, push yourself. Drop the 1-2 right down the middle.
I think that Phil, being a boxing trainer, he's not just any boxing trainer. He's like up here. He's like what I would consider to be a master of the craft of boxing.
Throw your whole body behind it, but you have to be loose.
Listen, when Phil pops you with that mitt because you did something stupid, or he shows you how your jab is supposed to be as stiff as his and he hits you, it's just a reminder that you're dealing with someone who has been there and done it at a high level.
Bam, bam.
1-2.
A lot of trainers are just there, at a gym to take your money. And I think Phil's greatest achievement is getting you to believe that you can be better at this thing than you even believed you could be while you're getting into shape.
Towards me, right there, boom. You see that? Because your hand was down.
Yeah.
I got into boxing when I was about 20 years old, and I was living in New York. Fought in the New York Golden Gloves a few times, made it to the championship. I ended up becoming a professional fighter.
As we take a look in the red corner, first of all, the drill, Paolina, as you take a look at him.
I've fought in Madison Square Garden. I've fought in Atlantic City. I've fought on ESPN. I had about 9 professional fights.
I could have taken Wilson apart. I could have been a contender.
But it just wasn't meant to be for me to have a long career. Let's go, non-stop, just punch.
Phil was a fighter himself, which I like that too. I mean, there's a lot of people around here who they're teaching everybody else how to punch and kick, but they've never wrapped up, and that's what Bruce Lee used to say, you can't learn how to swim without getting in the water. And you certainly can't teach it if you've never been in the water. So I like the fact that Phil comes from the fighting. He teaches you how to hit and move, and that fits very well with my style of fighting.
4, 5, 6, 7. Good, man. I knew that God gave me another calling, and that calling was to be a teacher, because I just knew how to be creative enough and patient enough to teach.
You have to make ways to make it new and fresh, and Phil is a master at doing that.
I miss the excitement of being here. And you get to my age and you say, man, it makes you feel a little younger, it makes you feel a little bit more invigorated.
Good, nice.
The thing with Phil is that you know very quickly that he knows exactly what he's talking about. And if you can put in the time and you can listen to what he's saying, you're going to be a better athlete.
Gotta win the round, Peter.
He has this ability to make you want to continue to get better and to have fun while you're doing it.
Head like a street band. Hands close. All right, time.
It helps having a trainer like Phil, because there are a lot of days when I'm tired, I'm jet lagged, I don't want to be in there. And he pushes me to a place that I never would have been able to push myself. And I always leave the gym feeling so much more alive and happy than when I walked in.
So I got potential?
I think you got a great amount of potential.
Cool. All right, I'm out of here.
I teach boxing 101 in the sense of, the Paolina way. It's about balance, making the right choices, protecting yourself. What I've done with my clients by giving them that philosophy, it just helps them in everything they're doing.
4 months later, the ghetto's on.
Bob Dylan came to me. I trained Bob Dylan for about a year, and he came out with the best album of his career, which won him 3 Grammys, and he never won a Grammy his whole life.
Remember that.
Here, there's just a great cross-section of people that come in here. Everybody from people in the entertainment business to young kids who really have had one bad break after another. And this is a more than just a boxing gym. It's, I think, in what I've seen, a bit of a refuge for a lot of these kids, and it's damn impressive.
I know how to bring the best out in people. That's just a gift that God gave me. And I think I got that gift because I was not the best that I could be in my life. Anna is a girl that came to me when she was 14 years old. Her mother brought her into me. I guess it was some kind of personality, identity crisis that she wasn't able to be secure with herself.
When she was just a girl, she expected the world.
She showed me that she could be a boxer for real. You know, when she got 15 years old, we started doing some competition and sparring, you know, other fighters, and she was doing well. And I guess her mother, you know, she had, being 15 years old, her mother had other plans, going to college and this and that.
When I quit boxing, my life just turned into an unfocused mess.
Life goes on, it gets so heavy, the wheel breaks the butter.
From what I heard, she was in an abusive relationship where she was getting beaten up by her boyfriend. And every time she was getting beaten up, she would be thinking and dreaming about coming back to me to learn how to box.
Phil's been absolutely great. When I want to stop, he says, no, you're not even close to stopping.
So you gotta hit it like you don't want to get hit.
You really feel like emotionally he's pushing me through all the negative things in my old lifestyle. And it kind of shows me that no matter how bad I feel inside, I can push through it. And he's really helped me with, you know, learning about myself.
In all sports, you have to have a winning attitude. And that's another thing Phil instills on all the people here is you have to think you can do it. He shows you the right way. He tells you you can do it, builds the confidence in you to accomplish something.
Or 2 a month, someone comes in here walking in like I did 30 years ago. You know, I say to myself, wow, this is my opportunity here to give back. Drew Raskus, he's a 19-year-old kid who came to me, and the first thing I found out was a little history of his life.
About A week before I came out to Los Angeles, when I decided to go into rehab, I hit my rock bottom, which was for months and months. I was staying up until 6 in the morning shooting up cocaine. Within that week, I was on a plane to California to this place called Sober College.
He was sent to me from a sober college facility. The director of the school there, he thought that Drew would be get the help that he needs through boxing, working with me. This is going to be his style. Prince Nassim, Roy Jones. See this? This is going to be your style.
When I got sober, basically the drugs were the curtain that was covering up my real problems, and once that curtain unveiled, I realized that I had a lot of underlying issues, and one of those was being anger and rage, and I didn't know how to control that. And ever since I've been here, my anger has just been so much better, and I've been able to channel it in something productive and be able to hit things without getting in trouble, which is a great thing for me.
Really hasn't been excited about anything. That's what's so neat about this, is because nothing mattered for the longest time. So it's neat that he's finally so excited about something.
Right, left, right. Just keep going. That's it. Just like that. Come on.
I do believe that the discipline in boxing can apply to everything else in life. And I believe that it'll help me because I need discipline in my life. I've been taking the shortcut all of my life. Working with Phil, I'm learning how to actually become a boxer and how to actually fight in a ring and actually become something, become someone.
This was our first intense lesson today. I'm very happy. I've seen a lot of good stuff. I really did. I just hope that he never gets back to his addiction. He learns from what I taught him about discipline and working hard and staying focused. Because it takes all that. It takes what you do in here. It takes the same to be successful with yourself in life.
When I leave you, you'll not only know how to fight, you'll be able to take care of yourself outside the ring too. Is that okay?
It's okay.
Okay.
You're going to bring your life lessons in here, but then Phil is going to show you how to learn new life lessons and how, through the filtering of his training of boxing, how to actually improve yourself.
My son came home one day and he had a black eye. And he tried to conceal it from me, and I said, "Son, what happened?" And then he went on to tell me that he'd been getting picked on by one of the bullies at school. So him and I kind of got together and said, we got two choices. Either you can continue to run from this guy, or let's see if we can get you in some sort of a gym.
I started boxing because I was getting picked on in school, and it got to the point where I said, it's done, I'm not going to be scared anymore.
And I would recommend anybody that wants to build their confidence, anybody that has a child that may be a bit timid and he's afraid, you work out with Phil, he'll erase that. He'll erase all doubts of that I can't do this, and he'll teach you that you can.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
If I could use one word to describe Phil, it's official.
You don't want to be bullied around, right?
Nope.
Okay. You want to be able to take care of yourself and to protect the people you care about, right?
Yes.
Okay, that's great.
My name is Carl Lee. I'm a fitness trainer and a minister. My mother got killed Christmas morning when I was 15 years old. I wound up in the streets by 17, living on my own with my siblings. I began to start selling drugs to take care of my family. I was cross-country drug dealer. I was caught up in all type of crime with drugs and moving kilos of cocaine from different states to different states. I was on America Most Wanted. I was featured in Time magazine on the FBI Most Wanted list. To the FBI, they did finally track me down. It took them 1.5 years. I caught a federal sentence. I got found guilty on life.
Oh Lord, help me to walk another.
I never supposed to see in the streets again, so when I got out of the street, I'm pretty sure a lot of people was upset seeing me on the streets, even though I did 11 years at the time. And through the power of God, in the name of Jesus, I'm back on the streets. Then when I got out of prison, I was under strict federal parole. I was going everywhere. I had a certain amount of time to find a job. Everywhere I would go, people was like, I had this prison mentality on me. And I would go everywhere looking for a job. No one would hire me. My parole officer was getting hard on me. One day I was driving down the street and I saw this boxing gym, which was Phil's gym. I walked in there, I said, "Are you hiring?" I said, "This help wanted son." I said, "This is it here."
The day I met Carl was pretty interesting because I had a help wanted sign in my window and I really didn't need any help, worker-wise. I really couldn't afford it at the time, but I was hoping somebody would come in who just loved to teach boxing.
Phil asked me, did I have any boxing experience? I said, yes. He told me to hit the punching bag. I started punching on it with everything I got. And then he said, well, let me see you hit this speed bag. And quite naturally, I was hitting the speed bag wrong. I was punching the 11 dates out the bag. He said, ain't how you hit no bag.
I told Carl, why'd you lie to me? I mean, you really don't know what you're doing. And he said, well, I'll be honest with you, I just got out of the penitentiary and he needs to get a job.
I said, well, do I get the job? He didn't tell me yes or no. He just looked at me like he really wanted to help me. And when I walking out the gym, I went over to Mom's. She's the angel of my life. I said, Mom's, is he gonna hire me? Mom said, Carl, you got the job. Just like that. She said, be here tomorrow.
I remember the day Carl walked in the gym. He told me a story about his mom, how he lost his mom, going to the store just for a bottle of milk and never came back. It was Christmas Eve. Well, there was something about him that I just loved.
My mother said to me, you need to hire this kid. You need to give him a chance. And I gave him a chance. I said, come on down tomorrow. I'll teach you how to be a boxing trainer.
When Carl came home from prison and got the job from Phil at the gym, it was a blessing. He's learned a lot and he really loves Phil.
I come up right there. Damn,
this gym and this family played a big part of me being successful with my family today. And so it did help bring me back into society from coming from an ex-con.
Now he's a boxing trainer and he's a minister and his life is pretty, pretty positive.
Here's the thing. It's like anybody that knows something, when they see you doing it wrong, they want to correct you right away. And that's Phil.
Step to your right. You can't just keep following him around. For you to be successful, one of the things you really have to know or be told is the truth. Every professional champion now got their ass kicked at one point in their life. Yeah.
You can't help but like Phil. Trust me, when you meet him, you'll like him.
When you look good and you know you can handle yourself, there's a whole different sort of aura that takes over you, and I'm really appreciative for Phil for giving that to me, especially at this point in my life, in my 40s, that I feel and I look the way that I do.
Some of those popular shows, you see fascinating personalities putting together motorcycles, cars, RVs, and what Phil's putting together are people. He's putting the whole person back together. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, but that journey is good stuff.
Phil he's a special trainer for me because it seems like he has an interest in me and my life, and I feel like I'm building a relationship with him as a human being, and that's a rare thing to have.
Underneath, here you go, right up, underneath it. That's it, see that right there? That was it.
One of the things I've always admired about Phil Paolina is the fact that he's courageous and fearless in pursuing his dreams.
Never stop going after your dream in life.
It ain't about how hard you hit. It's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward. How much you can take and keep moving forward.
We're going to get knocked down all the time. You're always going to get knocked down. But what makes a difference is, are you going to get up and move forward?
Lights will guide you home and ignite your bones, and I will try to fix you.
Why do you come to this place?
Why do I come?
Yeah.
Because, you know, you got to find your little bit of heaven wherever you can on this planet. And I think I just found mine.